has been a while, like this whole summer a while. It's a combination of things. Summer, I get busy and lazy. I had my sister's wedding in which I was the maid of honor, and that was great, and some mini vacations. And also, I really have been struggling to do the blogging with the booktubing. I don't know how some of you do it. So yeah, leave any comments below that might help me to be able to balance the two of them a little bit better. And maybe this is a little bit too personal, but lately, in the past couple months, I've just been feeling this and I'm not an actress, so it is really hard for me to come on here and talk to you and be like, this is a book. My life sucks. I hate all the things right now. So it's just been really hard for me to kind of muster up the courage to actually talk and be on camera. I don't know, is that something that other people struggle with? Can you film videos when you're not feeling super perky? Because it's really hard for me. I can't get on here like, hey guys, when I really want to like sob in the corner. So just bear with me. I'm going to try to pick things back up in the fall, but I figured what an awesome way to come back with a book haul because I have some exciting books in my pile here. So let's get started. Let's talk about the first book that was the most exciting book to enter my mailbox in a long time. I Was Here by Gail Forman. I am a Gail Forman superfan. Gail Forman is my queen. So I was very excited when I was offered this. I already read it, obviously. The second it came, I picked this book up. It was really awesome. Very different than If I Stay and then Where She Went and Just One Day and Just One Year, but equally as awesome. This doesn't come out until January, but you should definitely put it on your to-be-read list if it isn't already there, which it probably is. Next up for review was Love and Other Theories. It is about a group of friends who decide they are going to play by guys' rules when it comes to dating, and they have a couple rules in their little pact. Don't fall in love, don't be needy, don't give your heart away. They live by these rules, and the main character is all for them until a guy enters her life that kind of makes her rethink these rules. I love this cover though. Next up is Top 10 Clues You're Clueless. I have not read this author yet, but I heard she is like the queen if you want cute, light, contemporary read. But the back says it's the Breakfast Club meets Empire Records, and I love both of those things. It looks really funny and cute, so I can't wait to check it out. This one is a love story set in Afghanistan, and I'm really actually intrigued and excited because I don't often read books that are set in other countries. And when I do, they're more like France or England. I am very excited to read books that are set in a culture, in a land that I know really nothing about. I'm really excited. Next up is Sister's Fate. It is the conclusion to a series that I have not read, but I own the books for. I actually bought the first book. Might be a good chance to binge read now that I have all three of them. I've heard really good things about this trilogy. Witches, that's all I know about it. I would love to hear if any of you have started this series to see if it would be my kind of thing. So let me know. Next up is No Place to Fall. And what is with the heart cover trend apparently in this book haul? I don't know. What really drew me to this one is it says it's The Sky is Everywhere, which is one of my favorite books by Janny Nelson, meets This Lullaby, which I really like Sarah Dessen's books. It's about a girl who kind of sees herself and everyone else sees her as this good girl, and she kind of makes this unexpected choice. She ends up falling in love with her best friend's brother, and I think the drift I'm getting from the summary is it's kind of forbidden. He might be older. I don't really know, but it looks like the kind of book that kind of challenges that like I'm a good girl kind of thing, and where the main character is really exploring what that means, and if she makes some decisions, does it not make her a good girl anymore? I'm really intrigued by it. I love the cover, the maps, the heart. Love it. Very reminiscent of Paper Towns, I feel. I don't know. Is that just me? Next up for review is 100 Miles Sideways. It is by an author that I've been wanting to read because I've heard his book Winger is really good. I don't really know much about this one, but I know there is a road trip of some sort involved, so anytime there's a road trip, you can pretty much count me in to at least try the book. I don't know. This was like in my top 5 things that will most attract me in a book summary. Like, oh, road trip? Oh, gimme. Like, I need that book. I'll be really excited to check this one out because I've heard such good things about the author and road trip. Next up is On the Edge. It's about a girl who witnesses a murder, and so it gets her caught up in the gang scene in Miami. Apparently, for fans of the Perfect Chemistry series, I guess, it's sexy, romance, gritty kind of thing. Not typically something that I would find myself picking up, but I think I'm going to give it a chance because it looks really interesting. Next up is Transcendent. This is the conclusion to a series. I know the first book is called Starling, and I think I have that back in my home, my childhood home, because I have books there too. I have not read this series. It says it's for fans of Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments series, which I've only read book 1, so I don't know. I might have to check out Starling and see if it's a series that I want to get into. I have so many series. So many! So I'm trying to be really picky about what series I'm starting, but let me know if any of you read this series. Next up is Rumble by Ellen Hopkins. I have read Ellen Hopkins' book Crank, and I think I read the sequel Glass. I can't remember. It was so long ago that I read it, but it looks really thick, but it's like a novel in verse, and you read through so quickly. I read Crank in a day, and when I first bought the book, I didn't realize it was a novel in verse, and I thought it was going to take me forever to read such a chunky book. Nope, one day, because it's like poetry. Her books tend to be really dark and raw and dealing with some pretty tough stuff. I'm excited to check out a new book from her, Of Metal and Wishes. All I know about this one is that it is a young adult retelling of The Phantom of the Opera, which I love The Phantom of the Opera. So I'm very excited for this one. And I know that there's Ghost. Other than that, I don't know anything, but some reviews from some friends have made me pretty interested in this. Famous Last Words. This is a book set in Hollywood. There is a murderer who is on the loose, and he has been creating murders from big scenes in movies. And then we have the main character who suddenly starts seeing things that she doesn't normally see. And it kind of seems like it's connected to what's happening with this serial killer. And so she kind of has to not get caught up in that and try to figure out if somebody's trying to send her a message with these visions. That's all for the books that I got for review since July and so far this August. There's a couple other ones, but I don't know where they are. I think they're like in my husband's car or something. I don't know. Next up is Jacoby. My friend Lisa let me borrow this, and it is Doctor Who meets Sherlock. I have not yet watched Doctor Who. I know, sorry guys. But I do watch Sherlock, and I really enjoy it. And it's historical fiction, and I love historical fiction. So I'm excited to check this one out. I didn't get a chance to snag a copy at BEA, so Lisa let me borrow this. So thanks, Lisa. Oh, I got something else for review. It's kind of cool. Well, I was offered the book, Belzar, but I already got it from BEA. So along with it, it came a notebook from Penguin. I'm going to be reading and just kind of using this notebook to doodle, to write, whatever I want in it. The book is a retelling of The Bell Jar. Now, I don't know what this says about me, but The Bell Jar is one of my favorite books. At least it was in high school and college. I really need to reread it, and I think I might when I read Belzar. I think I might reread it just to see where I feel about it. I don't know what it says about me, but it's one of my favorite books, but there you go. I haven't read the book yet, but I plan to start it soon, and I know that it involves some journals. I used to love journaling, so I'm very excited to see how this red notebook plays into Belzar. The next up are my library books. I love going to the library, and I picked up a couple books. I've been trying to be good. Normally I come out with like 10 books and I end up reading one of them and then forgetting to bring them back, and then I owe the library like my life savings. So I grabbed 4 this time, and I'm hoping to get them all read. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, I just edited that out, but I was filming this video and I look over and I see something out of the corner of my eye, and there is a freaking mouse. We have never, ever, ever had anything barely even any spiders in this apartment, and now there is a freaking mouse and my husband is not home. So I don't know what to do, and so I figured I have 4 books left for this book haul, and I'm just going to finish them because what else am I going to do in this apartment? I'm trapped. It is over there, and I am not going near it. So, yeah, let's finish this book haul so I can go die in the corner somewhere. First library book is The Piper's Son by Melina Marchetta. It is a companion-y kind of novel to Saving Francesca. Do I look like I have terror written all over my face? Whew, I need to calm down. It is a companion novel to Saving Francesca, which I loved, 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 and I heard this one is even better. It is from the perspective of one of the guys that was in Saving Francesca, so I'm really excited to get his perspective. And after I do, I already read this and I freaking loved it. If you are a married person, you need to read this book. I mean, you can totally read it and like it, enjoy it without being married, but as a married person, this definitely gave me some things to, oh my god, definitely gave me some things to think about. So much so that I wanted to wake up my husband in the middle of the night when I finished reading this, sobbing. But I didn't wake him up. I just talked to him the next day. But it was really good, and I highly, highly recommend it. And I was kind of on a nonfiction kick, and I asked for recommendations, and somebody said this one, and it has been on my TBR for a while. It's The Year of Magical Thinking. Basically, a lot of things go wrong in this woman's life. Her daughter falls ill, very, very serious. Within the next couple weeks or so, her husband falls ill and passes away. So it is her memoir. I used to read a lot of memoirs, and I don't really anymore, so I'm really excited to read this. And lastly on my nonfiction kick is In Defense of Food. I have been really, oh my god, I can't stop looking over there. In recent years, I have really started to care about where my food comes from, and I do a lot of reading about it on the internet, but I kind of wanted a book, and I've heard this one is really good. Let me know if you've read this. I'm really interested to see what your take is on it, but I'm excited to start it and just see how grossed out I'm going to be by what I eat, probably. That is all for me. I hope my husband's coming home from work early to get this mouse. I don't know what else to do because I'm trapped and I see it. Adults. So that's all for me this time, and I hope that I'll be back soon and that it won't take me so long to film a video next time, and I hope that there won't be a mouse in my apartment next time. So yeah, good times. Bye!